Hello, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be doing some designing in Canva. We're going to be using the free version of Canva to create a unsaturated, untapped digital product called a toddler dot marker worksheet. This is a printable product that people usually buy on Etsy, and it's just a really fun activity for kids to do in those quiet times to allow them to improve their fine motor skills, improve their letter and number recognition, as well as other educational from this particular activity. So we are going to be creating a alphabet dot marker activity. So as you can see, we've got the letters of the alphabet and there are dots which within these letters as well. We're going to also probably introduce some kind of writing element. So if you are interested in sticking around and creating your very own product within Canva, then let's jump in and do that now. If you're new here, my name is Roxy from creativemamadesigns.com. I design PLR templates, digital products with master resale rights as well, for you to be able to reuse in your business to sell on Etsy, Amazon KDP, your own website, and everything else in between. Before we jump in, make sure if you haven't already, download this really amazing free Play Groovy Baby Shower printable. It is ready to edit for you to use in your business, whether you sell online on Etsy or on your own website. This download is free for you to use. So here we are over at Canva. I am in dark mode. I kind of like to design sometimes in dark mode, it just is better on my eyes. So here we are, Canva. First up, we are going to click on the right hand side up here, create a design. The general kind of sizing for kids printables and worksheets and things is generally 8.5 by 11 inches. So we're going to click custom size here. We're going to change this from pixels to inches. We're going to type 8.5 in the width and 11 the height, and then create new design. So let's zoom in a little bit. We're going to remove this side here so that we can really get that on our canvas. First things first, we're just going to arrange the foundation of this particular set of worksheets. I'm just going to label this toddler dot marker worksheets. So we're going to label that. Now we are going to arrange our text. First up, so we will type T, and that's going to bring up the text on our page. I'm going to make it a bit bigger. Put it at the top, but make sure it is centered. So we click position, and then we click center. Yes, that is at the center. And so we're going to introduce a writing element of this, like I said. So I'm going to start by typing, I can write, and I've got that all in caps lock, so we don't want that. I can write the letter A. Okay, so we've got that there. We might want to make it a bit bigger. And then we're going to just have some smaller instructions down here. So let me make them 20. So, trace the letters below, and then underneath that will probably be where the dot marker activity for that same letter is. So trace the letters below. I'm going to say on the line below, and then fill in the big letter with a dot. Okay, I might change the wording possibly, but I think that makes sense. Again, we're going to center that. The line gap between these two lines is a bit much, so I'm just going to remove that line spacing. So let's click here, click these dots. Actually, not those dots, it's this one here. We're going to just bring that line spacing down a bit so that there's less of a gap, and we've just got more room to arrange our particular printable. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now we want to put our lines that the child is going to write on. So there's a really good font for this. It starts with, I believe, KG. Actually, we need to go to text. Now we can type in KG. And then as you can see here, there are lots of different selections of this really cute KG font. There's KG primary dots, which if we just bring that over there, you can see that it is a set of kind of dot to dot letters. And then we've got this one, which is just a really cute kind of child-friendly font. Then we've got this one, which is the one that we will be using. It includes the lines and the dots as well. And then lastly, we've got a more solid set of lines and letters. So this is a really great font to use for educational principals, primary school principals, things like that. So I'm going to just remove these ones now that I don't need. So since we are starting with the letter A, first things first, I'm just going to make this bigger. Again, make sure it's centered. So we'll just go to position, center. And now we're just going to put A, and then it might be a small a as well. And then a gap, A, and then small a, and then small a, A. So we might want to remove that one, just so that we can have a bit of a border around the side. We might actually want to make this a bit bigger as well. And just make sure it's centered. Okay, so we've got, I can write the letter A. We've got the instructions here, which maybe we could make a bit smaller. I think that's fine there. And then we'll just bring this up, because the rest of this page is going to be used for the actual letter dot marker activity. So we just want to make sure there's enough room on this page for that. Okay, so next we want like a really fun font that is, you know, quite playful for kids. So I'm going to go to text. First, we will write the letter A on our design canvas. So we'll click T for text. Now we'll put letter A, and then we'll make it, let's say 100. Let's see, that's the sizing, so we can make it even bigger. Maybe let's try 500. I think that might be good. In actual fact, maybe even bigger, because we do want it to really fill out the page. I'm just going to extend this, make this wider. Okay. So that's a bit too big now, so let's make that 700. Let's see how that looks, maybe even smaller, 650. Now let me see how that looks. I think that's a good size, great size. Make sure it is again centered, so go back to position, arrange, make sure that's centered, lovely. Maybe bring it up slightly more. Okay, so looking at this now, we have our initial foundation for this first page of our worksheet, and all we'll then do is just go ahead, duplicate this page and change the letters. But before that, let me show you how we're going to make this a really nice outlined lettering. So we'll click this A, then we'll go to effects, then we're going to make it hollow. There we go. This line is a bit thick, so we're just going to decrease the thickness there. You know, make it as thin as possible, because remember they're going to be putting their dots in that within this spacing here. So we kind of want to make it as thin as possible. So that's perfect. So now all we're going to do is we are going to duplicate this. We will maybe change this particular font because it looks a bit formal, this font. So let's see if there's a nice kiddie font that we can use. So that's quite a nice one. Fantastic. So what I should have done is I should have selected that. So this one's quite nice. And we want to choose the ones that don't have the crowns because those are free for us to use. So this is quite nice. And the great thing about this particular font is there's going to be loads of room for the child to then add their dots within it. This one is a bit chunky though. So let's see if there's anything else. This one looks quite nice. That one's nice. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay, let's type in kids. See if there's anything. Wedges? No, not quite. We want something that's that's quite a nice one too, if you were trying to do like a more handwritten type worksheet. That one's quite a nice one. So let's type in school. If you are serious about building your own digital product empire and you want a head start by having really high quality digital product designs that are ready made, just ready for you to edit, then you definitely want to check out my Ultimate Digital Product Bundle in the link below. It is made up of over 35 different Canva editable templates in several different high selling niches. So if we go into it a bit further, we've got a self-love printable bundle. It includes a self-love workbook, planners, social media templates, affirmation cards and stickers. Self-love is a huge niche on Etsy and on other platforms. So this is going to give you that head start you need to really make a splash in this niche. We've also got within this product a manifestation printable bundle. Manifestation, law of attraction, super popular and a year-round niche that people are always wanting to know more of. This includes a manifestation journal, Instagram and social media posts, stickers, quote cards and colouring cards as well. Next up, we have a wedding planner bundle. They do have their season, but it's generally a year-round affair. You're going to have everything you need to really make an impact in that wedding niche. And then moving on, that's not all. We have a travel planner bundle as well as a vision board planner bundle, goal planner bundle, and then last but by no means least, a teacher and student planner bundle. So as you can see, that's a really comprehensive bundle of a whole bunch of different ready-made printable templates that you can tweak, make edits to, and then sell on Etsy, on your own website, or any other platform that you are interested in. If you want more details, make sure you click the link in the description below. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Okay, let's one little font is quite nice. Okay, that one will do, I believe. Actually, let's go for something bold. Let's see if there's anything bold here. Kind of want something that has a bit more of a curve to it. That one's not too bad. Okay, so I have found a really nice font, Open May, and then what I have done is I've made it bold. So it's quite thin there. Made it bold, and that is exactly the type of style we're looking for. Quite bold, thick, and lovely curved edges, and just really child-friendly. And I might make this particular font here the same as well. Yeah, that's really nice. And then we're going to change all of the instances of the Poppins font to Open May to make it more aesthetically pleasing. So I'm going to change all. And so now looking again, I always like to do this just to kind of look at my design from afar, just to make sure it's looking okay. I'm going to make this a bit bigger. And then again, go back to those dots, click position, make sure it's centered. Let's have a look at this again. Yep, that's looking great. So now all we need to do is we need to fill in this particular alphabet with our dots. So what I'm going to do though, is I'm going to set this in place because as we start adding our dots, it might interfere with the positioning of this alphabet letter. So what I'm going to do now, click here, click those three dots. I'm going to click lock, and then that means that we can't move it. It's not going to move anywhere. Next, we're going to go to elements, type C for circle. And then we kind of want this to be have a border. So we're clicking here, the border weight, we want it to be 2, so it's kind of quite maybe even 3. Just so that the outline is quite visible. And then the last thing we want to do is we want to make the inside of this circle transparent. So I might actually make that thickness of the outline a bit more. Yeah, perfect. And now we're just going to arrange. So I'm just going to pull it around to make sure that it does fit throughout. So I need to make it a little bit smaller. Will that fit there? Will it fit there? Okay, so I think now we are ready. So let's start here. Leave that one there, and then I'm going to click C for copy. So Control C and then Control V, which means I can paste it. And put that there. Control V again. Place that there. And then we're just going to arrange it throughout our design. So I'm going to actually bring that up a bit more. So the biggest thing here now is just the spacing in between each dot. I'm going to hit Control B again. Make sure that they are aligned. So it's just really easy. We're seeing the alignment there, making sure that that's in alignment with this one. And then that olive. And then Control V, and then there we go. Make sure that those lines are all spaced. Lovely. I'm going to click this one, go back to position and make sure it is centered, which it is. And so there we have our first dot marker page. Let's look at that. That looks great. Might want to just bring that a little bit out. Now that's fantastic. Great. So what we're going to do now is we have made our initial design. All we're going to do is we would then just duplicate page. Duplicate page. So it's Control D. So D, and then we'll just duplicate that for every different letter of the alphabet. I'm not going to show you how to do very many more pages than this, because this would be a really long video. But all I'm going to show you to do is we're just going to then swap out that A for B, unlock, go to position, bring this to the front so that we can then change it up. Now we're going to type in B, big B, little b, big B, little b, big B, little b, big B, little b, big, little, and then one more. Okay. So all we're going to do now is just change out this lettering again. So we're going to have to, I'm going to copy one of these so that we've got the sizing right of the dots. But the rest of them I'm just going to just delete for now. Unlock, highlight this particular letter, change that to a B. Lock it again into place. And then arrange these. That's some tiny little changes there. And there we have it. That, I mean, now that we've made that initial foundation, the rest of the pages are going to be really easy to put together. Let's just do one more. So we'll change that A to a C. We will change this, send this to the back. I mean, actually bring this to the front. So this is right at the top, so that we can then change that. Big C, little c, big C, little c, big C, little c, big C, little c. Oops. And then we are just going to change this one out. As you can see now, all the dots are... So actually, we don't need to remove the dots. We could just keep them there and then just rearrange them. So even quicker. But as you can see, this is quite fun to put together. It is not difficult at all. And the fact of the matter is that people are actively buying these products. If you want some validation on why this product is a good one to create, then you might want to watch the previous video I created where I was validating this niche and exactly why people are actively buying products such as these. So we've done A, B, C, and all you do is just continue to do all of the different letters of the alphabet there. We have come to the end of the video now. I hope you've got a lot of value from this. I hope now you have learned a new skill of how to make really fun toddler dot marker worksheets for your digital products business. If you have any other requests for products to make, then please do leave a comment in the description below. Remember to download your freebie if you haven't already, and until next time, all the very best.